I am one with my glorious I Am presence and Holy Christ Self, my personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment, and I am fully contained within my heart diamond and Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready for today's message, and I will begin by reading a question to Metatron from a viewer. I wonder if you can shed some light on how we are to sustain ourselves in physical reality, pay bills, have a roof over our heads. I've always been told I had to fight for what I want. I don't agree with fighting or asserting my ego will to control a situation. Instead, I have withdrawn from the world of duality to work on my experiences. Since 2004, I have been in this state of limbo while helping others who needed a kind word or food or shelter. I can't take much more of this emotionally or financially. Every time I start to look after myself, it seems like the rug gets pulled out from under me. Please help with some clarity. Dear beloved, I have chosen to answer this question through a video because many of you are experiencing different aspects of this same situation without necessarily experiencing all the different aspects. So I will address them individually. First of all, how are you to sustain yourselves in the material world? Obviously, this is a question that must be answered individually. For each of you have different capabilities, different gifts that you can offer to the world. And so you must choose which way you wish to express yourself in the world in order to meet your financial needs. Some of you have chosen careers because they pay a lot of money. Others of you do not have careers, but simply move from job to job, depending on where you want to live, depending on how much money you want, or taking into account many different factors that are personal to each one of you. In this day and age, where money is still needed in order to be able to survive, many of you have found yourselves giving in to the system, shall we say, and working at something that you hate just in order to pay the bills. This is a dire predicament indeed for many of you. And there is no one simple answer that would apply to everyone. But I will say this: if you follow your heart, if you do what you truly love to do, a means of getting money for that will be provided by the universe. If you do not trust in this, if you do not believe this, it will not work for you. But if in your deepest heart you know that the universe will provide if you do what you love to do, then it will happen for you, beloveds. You also mention that any time that you are, first of all, being exhausted by fulfilling other people's needs. This, my beloved, is because you are doing it from the lower mind. You made the choice to be of service, but without making the choice to allow God to work through you. Anytime you feel that you are doing the work, then it is from your own energy reserves that what you give will be taken. If, however, you operate from the thought that it is God working through you, that it is God that is providing for those whom you wish to be service to, then you will open up a flow of energy and resources that will constantly pour forth through you. Anytime you feel exhausted from giving, whether it be giving energy or financial resources or emotional or mental assistance, it is because you are working out of the lower mind. And so you must adjust your thinking and begin to work from the higher mind that is one with God, and allow God's resources to flow through you to the people. When you truly work in this fashion, beloved, you will always be energized, enlightened, and joyful about all that you give and all that you do. And now, as far as feeling that you have the rug pulled out from underneath you, every time you wish to do something for yourself, I will say this. It is that you are being tested in your resolve to truly take care of yourself. It is very important, beloved, that you learn to do this. And that even when appearances seem to be working against you, go forward with your intention to take care of yourself. You must have in order to be able to give. And so do whatever is necessary to reestablish this balance, beloved. And do this even if circumstances seem to be working against you. In light of your determination and resolve to reestablish the balance, things will eventually begin to flow for you. And so I would like to encourage all of you to remember these things. That you first have to take care of yourself. Because if you don't do this, no one else will do it for you. And as you begin to take care of yourself, please remember that everything that you receive, even if it seems to come by your own individual efforts, in highest truth, it comes from God. It comes from the source of all that is. And that source is infinite. But if you believe that all that you receive, have, and are come as a result of your own individual efforts, then you will be limited by what those efforts can obtain. So I encourage you to always give thanks to the Source for all that you are and for all that you receive. Remember the true source of everything. And this will help keep that door open. It will help keep the flow coming. For you will be acting out of a great spiritual truth instead of acting out of the beliefs that govern the activity in the material world. Part of the new wave of consciousness is growing out of the beliefs that have governed you through most of your life in physical reality. These beliefs have limited you. And the only way to get beyond them is to begin to understand the higher spiritual truths and to begin to believe in them. Make them your core beliefs, the beliefs upon which your actions and thoughts are founded. If you believe that you are loved by God, that you are supported by the universe, then this will become a core belief and it will be very empowering for you. You will begin to act with that inner knowing. When you know that you are loved and supported by the universe, you make very different choices than you do when you feel unloved, unsupported, abandoned by the universe, and separated from God. This is why these core beliefs are so important to be aware of, and then to be modified or changed in order to make them enhancing for you. Your life is a reflection of these deeply held beliefs, regardless of what they are. Whether they are positive or negative, your life will reflect them. The decisions you make will be based upon them. The thoughts and feelings that you have are based upon them as well. So Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey are at this time offering a 21-day meditation, working on these beliefs, becoming conscious of them, and seeing what effect they have in your lives. All of your beliefs are affecting you in one way or another, beloveds. And it is my wish that you choose your beliefs and that they be aligned with the highest spiritual truths. You are loved. You are a part of God. The universe is kind, loving, and generous. Make these beliefs your own and then you will be a force of great good in the world, my beloveds. I thank you for listening. I love and bless you always. I am Metatron, Lord of this universe, and I am good, kind, generous, and loving.